Welcome to China Truths. In this episode, we will bring you the following story. Many children have died due to viruses in China. Now, let's dive into the details. China Truths. Many children have died due to viruses in China. The pandemic is raging across mainland China. Children's hospitals are overcrowded. The number of severe cases have increased significantly. Some children have even died due to this wave of viruses. However, the Chinese government has not officially announced any serious cases or deaths yet. The private sector, including pediatricians and patients' family members, communicated on social media, reminded each other, and shared some severe illness and death information. At the press conference of China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs on January 3, a foreign media reporter asked, the Indonesian Ministry of Health made a statement on the spread of respiratory diseases such as influenza A in China. The reason was that a video on social media showed that a hospital in China was full of influenza patients. What's your comment on this? Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning responded by claiming, at present, the scale and intensity of the epidemic of related diseases are lower than last year. He also said vaguely, the Chinese government attaches great importance to the health of the Chinese people and foreign citizens in China. Traveling to China is safe. What is the true situation of this wave of virus infections in China? Not only has China's Center for Disease Control and Prevention not stated clearly, but the mainland media has rarely reported on it. Only through the exchanges between relevant pediatricians and parents on mainland social media can we know the general situation. Some Beijing citizens appealed directly on social platforms. Beijing's influenza virus situation is very serious now. Don't come. Some Beijing citizens said. Do you know how serious the New Year's flu in Beijing is? This wave of viruses in Beijing has reached the point where there is no cure. The fever has reached 39.6 degrees Celsius or about 103 degrees Fahrenheit. I went to the hospital to check. The doctor told me that he is not sure what kind of virus it is, and there is no cure. There are many Beijing patients like this who do not know what kind of virus they are infected with. Another Beijing patient also posted on January 3, Beijing's wave of virus infection lasted a whole week, with recurring fever, dizziness, splitting headaches, my muscles ached all over my body, and I fainted in a public place. I had blood drawn 3 times in the emergency clinic, and various chest x-rays were done. It was found that it was not influenza A, influenza B, or pneumonia. The final diagnosis was still a virus infection. I couldn't determine what virus it was. Treatment plan: change a batch of medicines, go home and continue observation. Crazy. Judging from the messages posted by mainland parents on social media to commemorate their deceased children, many children have passed away without escaping the ravages of this wave of the virus. On January 6, a parent in Jiangsu province published an article revealing, "My daughter failed to survive the H1N1 catastrophe after all. She just celebrated her first birthday and suffered from severe pneumonia, acute necrotizing encephalopathy, and multiple organ failures caused by H1N1. The virus invaded the brain along the bloodstream in less than half a day. Everything was too fast." Today, the doctor said that he had consulted with experts in Shanghai and concluded that she would be either dead or disabled, and there would be no room for recovery. She hopes that everyone can pay attention to it. The virus is really aggressive to children. Then she sent her daughter on her way. Remember to come back to us after becoming a little angel. Mom and Dad will always love you and remember you. On January 6, a netizen in Guangdong province posted an article with the title "How many people has influenza A killed?" and said that his 7-year-old nephew died of influenza A 2 months ago. I had dinner with my brother on New Year's Day, and I felt that he had been suffering hard. He lost his only child when he was 40. He may have another child, but this suffering will be unforgettable for the rest of his life. One of the twin boys of a mother in Jiangsu province was born in July 2021. The brothers were also hospitalized recently, and the younger one died from H1N1 virus. The mother posted a condolence on January 2, Influenza A took away my dearest baby, which received more than 2 million views overnight. Because of the amount of reading and attention, the mother said it caused trouble to herself. At present, the mother has hidden all her past articles. On January 4th, she posted an article thanking everyone and settling this matter. A netizen in Shandong province said in the comment area that, "This is the second little cutie I have seen taken away by H1N1. A few days ago, it was a little girl who seemed to be a little over 2 years old. I hope the country can produce special drugs to cure this virus. This epidemic is really serious, it's so poisonous. I hope all the babies in the world can grow up healthy and safe." A netizen in Hebei province said in the comment area under a doctor's video on January 5th, "We have an 8-year-old child here who passed away from influenza A meningitis. It is really uncomfortable and heartbreaking." Rao Jing, a well-known Douyin mail anchor in mainland China, posted that his child died 2 days after having a fever. "I have been thinking about you since you were born. I hope you will be happy, grow up and do what you like. Unexpectedly, a fever took your life away in just 2 days." Some Douyin netizens said, "It's true, many children have died during this wave of influenza A. I am located in Shanghai, and I have witnessed the death of children with my own eyes. There are several pictures on Douyin of children who have died due to influenza A. My colleagues and relatives live there. The child, 13 years old, died from influenza A and meningitis." According to Wang Qingdong, a pediatric surgeon at Xinhua Hospital affiliated to Shanghai Jiaotong University School of Medicine, he disclosed in a video on social media on January 5th, "Flu is not a common cold. We rescued 5 children in a row. Flu really kills people. Some children were admitted to the emergency room because of the flu, and some were put on ventilators, while some were not even rescued. Some developed severe encephalitis and died suddenly. They were all very similar. They started to have a fever, and the body temperature soared to 39 degrees Celsius or 40 degrees Celsius or 102 or 104 degrees Fahrenheit in the first 2 days, and then they became listless and short of breath. Moreover, these children all had influenza A." He also emphasized that influenza A is not an ordinary cold, and neglect is the greatest harm to life. He cited that H1N1 has caused many deadly pandemics in history. As early as 1918, 500 million people were infected worldwide and at least 50 million people died. The most recent one was in 2009. At that time, the H1N1 epidemic had killed more than 600,000 people worldwide, and more than 80% of them were young people under the age of 65. He counted 3 reasons why influenza A is so ferocious. First, the virus will continue to mutate. The influenza A virus mutates every year. Even if you have had influenza A before, the antibodies and immune cells produced by your body will change in 2 years and you will still be infected. The second is that it is extremely contagious. Through conversations, some droplets fly out of the mouth, or some things are sprayed out from the people in contact, and it spreads easily, especially in dense crowds. The third is that its complications are particularly serious. Children, the elderly, and pregnant women are all high-risk groups for influenza A. Once infected, it will affect your brain, heart, and lungs. Sometimes it will affect your resistance. After the force is eliminated, the bacterial infections will merge together, giving you hyperemia. According to family members of patients who were treated at Shanghai Xinhua Hospital, there are now so many children in the emergency room at Xinhua Hospital that they have to queue up for admission. Even those who pay high prices cannot wait for a hospital bed, such as for newborns, who have special escorts for 1,800 yuan or about $246 a day. Even the Jinglang Senior Special Needs Ward, which costs 2,800 yuan or $382 a day, is all full. Those with special needs have to make an appointment with the director to queue up. They also said that most of the children who see doctors now are infected with influenza A, and the infection situation in kindergartens is particularly serious, and children are also cross-infected. The downstairs of my hospital is full of people every day. If someone leaves the 2,800 yuan per day ward, someone will come in immediately. Due to the shortage of hospital beds, the hospital has also seen mixed wards, with adults undergoing surgery and children hospitalized. According to China Youth Daily, on the evening of January 3, Wang Qingdong, a pediatric surgeon at Xinhua Hospital affiliated to Shanghai Jiaotong University School of Medicine, disclosed on his Weibo social media account that 5 children had recently been sent to the emergency room due to influenza. In the video, Wang Qingdong called on parents and children to wear face masks and must wear masks when going out. In a video released on January 5, Wang Qingdong said, "I have said it before, just wear a mask, wash your hands frequently, and ventilate the windows. You have to do these things. To be honest, it's really difficult, but you have to do it no matter how difficult it is." In the comment area of the video, some netizens also noticed that the statement "wear face mask" was missing, and this sparked discussion. A netizen in Zhejiang province asked, "Why was "wear face mask" deleted?" Some netizens in Shanghai said, "It's sad. The video of Dr. Wang calling so urgently yesterday for everyone to wear face masks is no longer available. Masks just can't be mentioned. Is it disregarding the lives of some people? It's harder to spread the right voice than to reach the sky." Another netizen in Guangdong province said, "I don't understand who is being bothered by asking everyone to wear masks. There are not many good doctors who can still urge everyone to wear masks." In the comment area, a parent from Jiangsu province said that his child started having a high fever in December and was immediately sent to the hospital to be diagnosed with influenza A. After taking medication, he went home and continued to have a high fever. He then went to the hospital for anal suppository. After the fever subsided once, he again had a high fever that did not go away. The highest temperature was 40.8 degrees Celsius or about 105.4 degrees Fahrenheit. I immediately changed hospitals and asked to be hospitalized. I was given a critical illness notice upon admission and was discharged a week later. Very speechless. The parent also warned other parents that this cannot be taken lightly. Thank you for watching.